Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 1,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Kyle's Eldar. So the story that we've got going on here is that the information got to the Dark Angels that this warband of Biel-Tan had actually interacted and worked with Cypher, and that they had worked with him in some previous engagements, and the Dark Angels were not too fond of that and wanted to see what information they could gather from these Xenos forces in their further pursuit of Cypher. So they sent out a fast reactionary force consisting mostly of Ravenwing and Deathwing to go out and make contact and find out what information they can get and slaughter any Xenos that they came across. So, so that is the story that we got going on here. We're going to be playing the tactical escalation mission, and so with that one, what it is you just you draw up to the turn number of tactical cards, and with you score the cards normally, but you also nominate in the beginning a specific type of tactical escalation card. So for instance, I chose the taken hold missions, which were just basically hold objective whatever. And my opponent chose the purge missions. And what we do is for each one of those that we score, we get an additional point. If we decide to discard them, we lose a point. And whoever scores the most of their particular type by the end of the game gets an additional point as a tertiary objective there. So that is the story and the mission that we are going to be fighting it out today. Before we go any further, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting out. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have Belial and a Talon Master. We have 3 5-man Bolter Scout squads. We have a 5-man Deathwing Terminator squad. We have a 3-man Ravenwing Bike squad. And last but not least, we have a 5-man Ravenwing Black Knight squad. And for the Eldar, he'll be running the Biel-Tan Craftworld with a battalion. Leading off that battalion, we have a Farseer with a Shuriken pistol and Singing Spear, and a Warlock with a Witchblade and Shuriken pistol. We have 2 5-man Dire Avenger squads with Avenger Shuriken catapults and plasma grenades, and one of the squads has an Exarch with 2 Avenger Shuriken catapults. We have a 10-man Guardian squad with Shuriken catapults and a support weapon with a Star Cannon. We have a 6-man Howling Banshee squad with power swords and Shuriken pistols and an Exarch with an Executioner. We have 2 Wave Serpents with twin scatter lasers, Shuriken cannon, crystal targeting matrix, and spirit stones. We have a 3-man Dark Reaper squad with Reaper launchers and an Exarch with a Tempest launcher. And last but not least, we have a 5-man Shadow Spectre squad. All right, so going over deployment now, we've got a 5-man squad of scouts on that objective, 5-man squad of scouts on this objective, 5-man squad of scouts on this objective. I've got my bike squad here, I've got my Talon Master here, and my Black Knights here, and my Belial and the Deathwing Terminators are in Deep Strike Reserve. So going over deployment now for the Eldar. He's got a Wave Serpent here with the Howling Banshees and the Dark Reapers inside. He's got his Guardian squad inside the building over here on this objective over here. And the Warlock is also inside the building over there. And then he's got his Wave Serpent over here with the 2 Dire Avenger squads and the Farseer inside of it. And in reserves, in the Webway portal, he has his Shadow Spectres. He spent the 1 command point to put them into the Webway portal. So that's the deployment that we've got going on right now. As of right now, I keep saying right now a lot right now, but right now, the Dark Angels are going to be going first unless he can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. No, he doesn't. He gets a 3. Still not high enough. So we will come back to you with the objectives for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, so turn 1, this is my objective because, and I can't say it out loud because my opponent's over there, and I spent the 1 command point for secret agenda, which means that I get to hide my tactical objectives from him, which is a pretty interesting little thing there. So I spent the 1 command point for that, so he doesn't get to see this. He's trying to find out, he really wants to know. So that is what I'm going to be trying to get. I am, also, he can't know, I guess I'm going to have to say, I'll say this. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to say, yeah, okay, I'm gonna say 2. So there you go. There you go, people. All right, so that is it for the cards. We'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase here for the Dark Angels on turn 1. My Deathwing Terminators and Belial dropped in over here looking on his Wave Serpent. My Black Knights advanced up the board here with a turbo boost, and then I spent the command point for Speed of the Raven so that they can shoot and charge normally. My Talon Master just moved up the board. All of my scouts stood still where they were, and my bikers over here advanced to that objective over there. So they don't have the Speed of the Raven, so that's what they're going to be doing. After I dropped in these guys, I spent the 2 command points, it's this 5-man squad, onto Deathwing Assault. So they are going to fire into his Guardians inside the building over here. So they are in rapid fire range. So we have... it's 4 times 5, 20 shot. No, yeah, 20 shots, I think, because it's 4 each. So 20 shots here. These are going to be hitting on. These are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Belial. All right, re-rolling everything because of Belial and them being Deathwing, which is pretty good. Oh, and another 2 right there. Thank you, sir. And again on 3s. Alrighty then. All right, so four misses. Toughness 3. All right, so toughness 3. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master that's within range over there. So wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. What is that one over there? It's a 6. Woo! So we got 2 that definitely don't wound. And then we got another 2 that don't wound there. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. So we've got 12 wounds there. AP nothing. Does he affect the Deathwing stuff for the ignores cover? No, it's only Ravenwing get the ignores cover, unfortunately. So he's going to have, what is it, a 5-up? 4-up becomes a 5-up becomes a 4-up because of cover. We made 4, so that is going to be 8 dead. Brutal. Now into the shooting phase, we're going to start off with my Black Knights firing into his Wave Serpent over here. So I am going to supercharge with them, and I'm going to spend the command point on Weapons of the Dark Age, which now leaves me with 1 command point left at the end of this. And they are going to fire into his Wave Serpent. He then spent 2 command points on Lightning Fast Reactions, which gives them a -1 to hit. And it works on any unit that has, Azuriani unit that has the fly keyword. So, shooting into these guys over here. So we're going to do it one at a time because they could possibly explode. We'll see if they really do explode. So here we go. Hitting on a 4. Nope, but he does die. Second one. Oh boy, I've got bad feelings about this one. Does die, but does get a hit. That's not great. 2 hits. Oh, double dead. Oh, dead. So all but 1 is dead. And I got 4 hits. These are strength 8, toughness 7. So we're looking for a 3 to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds at AP -3. 3 6-ups. Not making any of them. So it would be 3 wounds, but because of his, what's it we call it? Serpent shields, it now gets to reduce them by 1. So that's going to be 2 wounds each, so 6 wounds here. These are his Spirit Stones on a 6-up. He gets to ignore it, so he gets 1. So he's going to be taking 5 wounds. All right, so now my Deathwing Terminators are going to fire into his Guardians over here. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Belial. Wow. Thank you, Belial. Still a lot of hits, but still, thank you, Belial. Thank you, sir. Yeah, they're real good. Oh, thank you, sir. Now that's what I call service. All right, these are now going to be wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of the Talon Master. Re-rolling 1s because of the Talon Master. My HQs are making up their points, that's for sure. That is 2. So a total of 5, that means it's going to be 15. Yeah, it should be 15. Yep, 15 wounds in there.
I am gonna do this.
All right, so now he's gonna do it. He's gonna take it onto the platform first. So these are gonna be 2 ups onto the platform. That's 2 good. 2 good. 2 good. 2 good. 2 good. 1 off.
And then 3 more.
So they're good. So he takes 1 wound onto the platform. Brutal. And now we're going to move on to my Talon Master, who's going to fire his twin assault cannon into his what is it, this thing? Wave Serpent, thank you. I was thinking Serpent Shield, but that's what he has. That's not what he is. And then he's going to fire the heavy bolters into the Guardian squad in the building cell. So we're going to go with the twin assault cannons first. These are going to be hitting on 5s because it's -1 for moving, -1 because of the stratagem that he spent there. So looking for 5s. Not getting to reroll anything because he's out of range of Belial and anybody who would give that ability. Alright, so 3 hits. Strength 6, looking for 5s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that's 1 wound. No, that was good. Or I should say bad. -1. Nope. No, he fails that. Does he get the wound back because of the 6 up? No, so where were those saves here before? So down another wound. And now the heavy bolter into the Guardians over here. 6 shots. We've got hitting on 3s. Oh no, hitting on 4s because it's -1 because he moved. So that's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Alright, so that is 3 wounds. AP -1.
I'm gonna do it 1 at a time.
Gonna do it 1 at a time over here, so it's gonna be 3 up.
5 up.
No, so he's dead, and then 2 5 ups. Oh, but he makes them both. Well done. And now Belial's going to fire his Stormbolter into the Guardians here. So we got 2 shots hitting on 2s. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. 2 4 ups. And he fails 1. Alright, so that is it for the shooting phase. We're now going to move on to the assault phase. We're going to start off with my Black Knight here, charging into his... no, that's the Warlock, right? Into the Warlock there. So his Overwatch.
6.
Looking for a 6. No hit. So he needs a 7-inch charge to get in. Doesn't get it, but I can re-roll it because my Warlord trait is Master of Maneuver onto my into my Talon there, Talon Master. So he gets to re-roll because of the Warlord trait. He's within 6 inches. And ooh, still. Ow! I needed that. And now my Deathwing Terminators are going to charge into his Wave Serpent over here. So Overwatch from the Wave Serpent. He gets to fire over at me with all of his fun little goodies over there. So we're going to go with the, which one's first?
It gets to reroll 1.
All right, the bottom gets to reroll 1. So hitting on 6s, reroll that 1. Nope, no hits there. And then we've got the others are going to be hitting on 6s, no rerolls here. But getting 1 hit. Strength 6, so looking for a 3. That's a wound. AP. No AP, so looking for a 2 up. He's good. And then their charge distance, looking for 9 inches. They are in. And now Belial is also going to charge into the Wave Serpent over here. So, needing 9 inches. That he gets it in, all right. All right, so now we're going to start with my Power Fists over here. They are going to be attacking in. They've got 2 attacks each with the 4 guys there, so it's going to be 8 attacks with the Power Fists. These are going to be hitting on 4s because they're unwieldy, but re-rolling 1s and 2s because of Belial. All right, re-rolling 1s and 2s. Oh, that's really good. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Okay, that's a bunch of 1s and 2s there. So we got 4 wounds, AP -3, so 4 6 ups. Making 2 of them. Wow, pretty good. So these are going to be D3 each. So it's going to be 3 4 wounds. AP minus, or no, yes, 3 wounds, so it's 6 ups. 4 wounds, sorry. 6 ups, it makes 1, so he takes 3 wounds. And then the Sergeant's going to attack with his sword, hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Belial. That's 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. That's 2 wounds, AP -3, so 2 6 ups. Makes 1 of them, and then is 6 up because of, nope, so he takes another wound. And now Belial is going to attack in. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, that's all hits. Strength 5, wounding on 5s. That's 2 wounds, AP -3. That's 2 in there, so he's going to have 4 Spirit Stones. Takes 1, so 3 more wounds. All right, so now he's going to attack back. D3 attacks. Getting 3 attacks, not bad. Hitting on 6s, or, yep, 6s. Getting 1. Strength 6, so wound on 3. No wound there. And that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. So we'll see what happens there. They're going to keep going, but we're going to have one. He has the 1 morale test, but he's got. Do you want to spend the command points? No, he's not going to spend the command points. So he runs away because they lost 10 models. Oh, yeah. So he rolled that 6. So they lost 10 models. And their leadership 7, so he, the one guy left in that Guardian squad was definitely going to run. Yeah, runs as fast as he can because of that hail of bullets that just tore apart all of his buddies over there. So that is actually First Blood. All right, my opponent drew Scour the Skies, and my Talon Master does have the Fly, which is pretty rough for him over there. All right, forgot right before here, my Black Knight has to take a leadership test as well. So he lost 4 guys there to blowing themselves up. 4 plus 4 is 8, and he is good to go. So now we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar. All right, movement phase here for the Eldar on turn 1. His Dark Reapers moved over here. So did they advance or no? They just moved out of the Wave Serpent over to here, and the Howling Banshees advanced out of the Wave Serpent up to there, and then his Wave Serpent moved up to over there. All of these units disembarked from the Wave Serpent, who then moved up over there, and out of the Webway portal came his Shadow Specters. I got it. Shadow Specters. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. Alright, so starting us off here, the Warlock is going to try to cast Conceal onto his Shadow Specters. That is going off. That's a Perils, though. He's going to spend a command point on that. Alright, so it does go off, and he doesn't kill himself, but he's now down to 2 command points left. So he's got 2 command points left. I've got the 1 command point left. So next, his Farseer is going to cast Doom onto my Terminators. Doom. 6. He's going to use Runes of the Farseer to reroll that 1 into a 6, so that goes off. And now he's going to cast Guide onto his Shadow Specters over here. So does not go off, but he has a Warlord trait which lets him reroll this, right? Yeah, he just gets to reroll this. So that goes off with an 11. Well done. And my opponent's going to spend 1 command point to allow him to cast another power, so he's going to cast Smite onto my Terminators over here. Goes off with a 10, just under. So D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. Alright, so now into the shooting phase. His Dire Avengers are going to fire into my Terminators over here. So he's going to do all of them together, but we're going to do these in halves. So this is the first half, hitting on 3s, right? Rerolling 1s because of Biel-Tan, which was pretty good. These are now going to be wounding on 4s, rerolling everything because of them being doomed. Wow, pretty good there.
4 invul saves and 3 armor saves.
4 invul saves. AP minus what? AP minus 3. So yeah, regardless. So that's going to be 4. Those 6s are going to be 4 5-ups. And I make 2 of them. Not bad. And then 3 2-ups. Make all of those. And here we go. The other set. These are hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. All right, not bad. And now these are going to be, again, wounding on 4s. Rerolling everything because of... Alrighty. Alright, 2 and 2, so we had 2 5-ups. Nope, failed those, and then 2 2-ups. But I do make those. Alright, so now his dude bro here is going to be firing into my Terminator. So he's going to be hitting on 4s because he's wounded, but he doesn't suffer the movement penalty because they're firing at the closest unit, and he has the crystal targeting matrix. So these are going to be hitting on 4s.
Underslung rerolling 1s.
Underslung rerolling 1s. No need. They're all hits.
3s to wound.
3s to wound. Rerolling because of Doom. Back into 2s, so that's 1 wound. AP, nothing, so 2 up. What? Alright, I'm going to spend my last command point on that. There we go, okay. And now the top mounted has 8 shots hitting on 4s. Not rerolling anything. These are again wounding on 3s. And rerolling all, but that's 3. No AP, so 2 ups. Oh, failed one. And now the Wave Serpent's going to pop his Serpent Shield into them over there, so D3 mortal wounds. I want a 2-up to D3 mortal wounds. That is D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. And now his Warlock is going to shoot his pistol. That is a hit. That is a wound.
Invul save.
Invul save, so 5 up. No, goes through. Alright, so now his Farseer is going to throw his spear at Belial. Hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on 2. That is a wound. No AP, so 2-up armor save. Yeah, he's good with a fill phase. Woo! Alright, so now his Shadow Spectre is going to fire into Belial. This might get a little confusing. So here's how it works. They've got 1 shot each, but each time they hit, they can roll again to see if they can get another hit until they have a max of 3 per guy. But he also has guide on them. So what we're going to do is we've got the 5 shots here from the squad into Belial are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so that 1 gets to re-roll because of guide. So that's all hits. So these are now, that's 5 hits. He gets another 5 shots with them because of their special rule. Re-rolling because of guide. Again, 5 hits. And now again with guide. All right, rolling here. Re-rolling those because of guide. Finally missed 1. But that's still pretty brutal. So that's going to be 14 hits there. AP, what is it? Strength 6, AP minus 3. So strength 6, looking for 3s to wound. All right. Luckily, he's not doomed. That's still pretty brutal. That's going to be what? 11. So we've got 11 saves to make here. He's got an Iron Halo there, so he's going to have 11 4-up saves here. Failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Belial is dead. Alright, so now these Howling Banshees, because of battle focus, are going to fire their pistols into my bike over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Alright, re-rolling 1s because they're Shuriken and they're Biel-Tan. These are now strength 4, so wounding on 5s. Getting 3 wounds, 2 at minus 3. But those minus 3s, they did advance, so I do have Jink, which is very thankfully. So I've got 2 4-ups. I make 1 of them, so he's down to 1 wound, and then I've got 1 3-up save. Oh boy, that's how the dice are treating me today. All right, so now his Wave Serpent here is going to fire into my Talon Master because he's the closest model there. So these are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, no need to. Strength 6, so wounding on 4s. Getting 1 wound. AP nothing, so 3 up. Womp womp. And then the top mount, that's going to be hitting on 3s. No re-rolls on these ones. And these are now going to be wounding on 4s again. Strength 6, right? So we got 3 wounds there. Oh man. Alright, so now the Dark Reapers, his regular Dark Reapers are going to fire into my bikers over here. They're going to use the, what is it, the Strength 5, AP minus 2, 2 damage shots there, because it's going to be 4 attacks. And then his whatchamacallit, his Exarch with the Tempest Launcher is going to fire into the scouts because he doesn't need line of sight of them. So here we go. Hitting on 3s. No, re-rolling. Wounding on 4. That's a wound. AP minus 2. They did advance, so that's going to be a 4-up invul save. And I make that one. Woo! And now the Exarch gets 2d6 shots. Going to be 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s again. That is 3 hits. Strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP minus 2, so that's 2 6-up saves. Make 1 of them, I'll take that. Alright, now his Banshees are going to charge into my Talon Master. I cannot overwatch because of the Banshee mass, so their charge distance is 7 plus 3 because of that, so 10 inches. I guess we'll probably have to check to see if that's 10 inches. No, they're totally in. Alright, so now his Howling Banshees are going to start us off here in the fight phase. So we're going to go with the 5 regular girls there hitting. These are going to be hitting on 3s, right? Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so that's a couple misses. These are going to be wounding on 6s because they're strength 3, toughness 6. Okay, got 1 wound. That is going to be at AP -3, so looking for a 6 up. Yeah, with the filfers, woo! And now the Exarch with the Executioner, hitting on 3s. All right, 1 hit. Strength, what is it?
4.
Strength 4, so looking for a 5 to wound. No wound there. And now my Talon Master gets to attack back. He has the Heavenfall Blade, because it's my favorite relic, and I give it out to him all the time. So he's going to have 5 attacks then, because he gets +1 attack because of that blade. These are going to be hitting on 3s instead of 2s because of the Exarch that's in there. Howling Banshees, if they have an Exarch, you're -1 to hit. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, not getting to reroll. These are now going to be strength +2, so wounding on 2s. Rerolling. Oh, thank God. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Oh, come on. All right, 1 wound at AP -3. Yeah, that's 1 dead girl. So that was a brutal turn. That's going to be the end of the Eldar turn here. He did not score his objective, but that is going to be it. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, so I drew my second card here because I still had this first one here. I mean, it's not looking good. I guess my opponent can't technically hear that, but yeah, so that is what we've gotten. This one here on your left that you can see on the left there is the next one I got. So yeah, so we'll see what happens here. We'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. My scouts here moved up a bit to get more in range of his Shadow Specters. I fell back with my Talon Master over here, which means that not 1 step back gets discarded immediately because I fell back, which is a pain, but it's, you know, better than him dying. My scouts here moved around, so they're looking onto them. These scouts over here stood still, and these bikers over here moved up against his Dark Reapers. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, we're going to start off with these biker squad shooting into the Dark Reapers. So we've got twin bolters on each of them. These are each going to be, so it's going to be 12 shots total coming from them. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Super great. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Alrighty, so we got 4 wounds. AP nothing, so 4, what is it, 4 ups? Oh, 3, they got 3 ups, so 1 of them is dead. Alright, so now my Talon Master, because he's got the fly keyword, is going to shoot into the girls over there. So he's going to have -1 for moving. We're going to go with the Twin Assault Cannon first, hitting on 3s. Hitting on 4s, sorry. Because of -1 to hit for moving. All right, these are now going to be wounding on 2s, right? Toughness 3. Rerolling 1s because of himself. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at AP -1. Oh. So it makes 2 of them, so that's 4 that are dead. And now the twin heavy bolters firing in there on 4s. On 3s. Rerolling 1 because of himself. So that's 2 wounds at AP -1. Makes because it's 4 up, right? So it's got 1 wound left. All right, this squad here of scouts is going to fire. 1 guy is going to fire into his Howling Banshee here. The others are going to fire into the Shadow Spectre. So we're going to do the Shadow Spectre first. So 6 shots there because 2 are in rapid fire range. These are -1 to hit because of conceal and -1 to hit because of just their special rule. So we're going to be hitting on 5s. All right, not bad. I'll take that. They're toughness 3, so looking for 3s to wound. That is 2 wounds. Oh, makes both of them. And then the 1 shot into the Howling Banshee. That is a hit. That is not a wound. All right, so now this squad of scouts is going to fire. 2 guys are going to fire into the Serpent there. 1 is going to throw a grenade into her, a crack grenade, and the other is going to fire a bolter into her. So we're going to go with the crack grenade first, hitting on a 3. Whoop. And then the bolter. That's 2 hits with the bolter. That's 2 wounds with the bolter. Oh, and that's a dead Exarch. And now the bolters are going to, 2 bolters are going to fire into him, hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 5s. Getting one, rerolling 1 because of the Talonmaster, so that's 2 wounds. And he fails 1, and then the Spirit Stones, right? Oh, he doesn't, so he takes the 1 wound. Alright, so that's it for shooting phase. Into the assault phase, this bike squad's going to charge into his Dark Reapers. So, overwatching here from the regular guys first. Not getting 1 hit. 4 to wound. No wound. And then we've got the Exarch here. 2d6 shots. That's 4 shots. On 6s. No hits there. So their charge distance. Yeah, it's totally in. Alright, so now my bikers are going to go first in here. So we've got 1 attack each from them. Sergeant has 2 attacks, and the Sergeant has a chainsword. So these are all going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 3s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 saves. Makes them both. And here come their attacks in here. Hitting on 3s. Okay. Nope. Nothing yet. Bad roll. Alright, and that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here. I am not going to score any of my cards. So we will come back to you with a card drawn for the Eldar here on turn 2. Alright, so my opponent drew Hold the Line and still has Scour the Skies, so he needs to get 3 of his and none of mine behind in his deployment zone. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 2. Alright, movement phase here for the Eldar on turn 2. His Dark Reapers fell out of combat. His Wave Serpent moved up over this way. These guys, all of them have moved up towards, shuffled over this way. His Wave Serpent here has moved up over there, and his Warlock has moved up over this way, and the Shadow Specters are over there looking on my poor scouts, which they have done nothing to you, sir. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. First things first, his Warlock is going to try to conceal onto the Shadow Specters over there. That goes off with a 7. Now his Farseer is going to smite into my bikers over here. Going off with a 9, so D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. Now he's going to try to doom them. Does not go off, but he has the spirits, not spirits, what's it called?
Runes of the Farseer.
Runes of the Farseer, and it goes off now with an 11. And my opponent's going to spend his last command point for Unparalleled Mastery, and he's going to try to cast, what is it? Guide onto his Wave Serpent over here. Goes off with a 10. Alright, we're going to start shooting phase with his Wave Serpent shooting into my bikers over here. So we're going to go with the Underslung 1. These are going to be hitting on 4s because he's wounded. But rerolling everything or not just everything? Everything because of Guide. I forgot about that. So that's 2 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s because it's strength 6. So that's 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. And a failed 1. And now the top mount's going to fire, hitting on 4s because he doesn't suffer the movement because of them being the closest. Alrighty.
Only reroll. I can't reroll.
Can't reroll the 3s because rerolling 1s because of Guide.
Ballistic skill's gone to a 4.
Yeah, his ballistic skill at 4. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's those 2 hits because he gets to reroll everything because of Guide. I thought, yeah. So anyway, these are now going to be wounding on strength 6, right? So wounding on 3s. So that's 4 wounds. Oh, Doom. We're getting to reroll the wounds. All right, so that is going to be all wounds there. So how many is that? 7. So we've got 7 3-ups. Whoa, get back here. 7 3-up saves. And I failed 1 of them. And now his Shadow Specters are going to fire into my poor scouts with their, it's diffused mode, which is basically heavy flamer mode. So we got 5d6 hits. Woo, that's going to be brutal. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so we've got 17 hits over here. These are going to be strength 5, so wounding on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. So that was 11 wounds, AP -1, +1 because of cover, so looking for 4-ups. Failing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that squad is wiped. All right, so now this Wave Serpent is going to fire into my scouts over here. So we're going to go with the Underslung first, hitting on 4s because he's wounded. Oh, the top mounted one. So these do not get to reroll, hitting on 4s because of wounds. So that's 3 hits. That is 3 wounds. 3 4-ups. And I make 2 of them. And now the Underslung 1, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Nope, no need. That is 3 wounds. 3 4-ups. Making another 2. And now he's going to pop his Serpent Shields into my guy over here. D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds.
That just means
oh, that means he can do it. Sorry. On a 2-up. And does do 2 mortal wounds. So he is dead. All right, that's the end of the turn here for the Eldar. He did score hold the line because he killed that over here. So that is going to be it for the Eldar. We will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, so we've got, for the cards here, we've got those ones that you can see. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. My Talonmaster moved up over towards him. Scouts moved up there, and these scouts stayed back on this objective over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now my Talonmaster is going to start us off by shooting into his Shadow Specters. They are -2 to hit because it's -1 to hit for conceal, -1 to hit from their special rule, and then -1 to hit because of movement. So I'm going to be hitting on 6s. This is the Twin Assault Cannon. Oh, that was a 6. But you can't do drop dice, because that is cheating. Here we go. Getting 3 hits, I'll take that. Looking for 2s to wound. That is 3 wounds, AP -1. Oh, makes them all. And now the Heavy Bolter. Getting 1 hit. Not getting a wound. I can't re-roll it. Scouts are going to fire into them on 5s. Getting 1 hit. That is a wound with a 6. Nope, that is safe. And that is it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. My Talonmaster is going to charge into his Shadow Specters over here. So these are going to be hitting on 6s. Oh, no, he got 2 hits. And because of that, he gets to shoot again. Nope, so just the 2 hits. Strength 6, so looking for 4s to wound. No wounds there. So, distance, I need a 9-inch charge to get him in there. Ooh, luckily he gets to reroll. I'm not going to use those dice because F those dice if they're going to give me double 1s. Oh! By 1? Oh, you stupid dice. And that'll be it for the Dark Angels turn here. We'll come back to you. I scored secure objective 6 over there. And that is all that I have gotten. So, and I'm going to get rid of... yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the secure or the no. Hold on a second, I gotta see something. But yeah, I'm basically gonna score that 1, and then we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Eldar here. All right, so my opponent got Master of the Warp, Supremacy, and he still has Scour the Sky. That Master of the Warp is one of his chosen ones. The one that I scored actually was one of my chosen ones as well. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 3. His Shadow Specters have moved up over here looking on my my Talonmaster. His Warlock is moving up over this way. His Wave Serpent shuffled around over this way. Everybody inside of the ruins there has moved up slowly. Or have they advanced? Or they moved 13, yeah, so never mind, not slowly. Really freaking fast. His Wave Serpent over here moved around, and the Dark Reapers stood still where they were. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angels. Psh. On the Eldar move phase here, we'll come back to you with the second. I've always had to mess it up at least once. Always got to mess it up once. So here, we'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, we're going to start off with the Farseer, who is going to cast Guide onto the squad that he's next to over there. That goes off with an 8. And now he's going to try to cast Doom onto my poor scouts over here. That goes off with a 9. And now his Warlock is going to Baby Smite into him. Oh, actually, I think they're probably closer, but still, 6 is within range, right? 1 second. Yep, so it goes off and does 1. Boop. All right, so now the guided squad's going to shoot into my scout over here, hitting on 3s, right? Mm-hmm. Re-rolling 1s and 2s because of guide. All right, that's all hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s, strength 4. Yep, so wounding on 4s. He is dead because those are -4 minus 3s. Yeah, he did. Womp womp. Now his Wave Serpent's going to fire into my Talonmaster over here. So the Underslung. Re-rolling 1s. Forgot. No wound there. And then we've got the main ones on top. He's the closest unit, so he doesn't suffer for moving. Hitting on 4s because of being wounded. These are now going to be wounding on strength 6, right? So wounding on 4s. So we got 2 wounds, 2 3-ups, and a failed 1. All right, so now his Shadow Specters are going to fire their single shots into him. So we got 5 hitting on 3s. All right, no rerolls here. So that's 2 more that he gets to hit. That's 2 more hits and 2 more again. So that is going to be a total of 5 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 4s. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP minus what? AP minus 3, so 3 6-ups. If I fail any of these, he's dead. Show me them fail faces! No, I get 1. So he is dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, so that was Slay the Warlord. All right, so that is the end of the Eldar turn here. He forgot to fire his Dark Reapers, but you know, whatever. That's going to actually be the end of the game because at the end of his turn, he scored D3 and he got 3 points for Master the Warp, which also was a purge, so he got that point. He also got Supremacy, which was D3 because he controls 3 objectives, which would have been another D3, which would have been another 2 points for that. And then he had the other one was, what was the other one? Oh, and Scour the Skies. So he killed him, got Scour the Skies. That was also Slay the Warlord. And yeah, it was. There's nothing I could do at this point with 5 scouts left. But Jenkins survived. Yes, I'm going to take that as a moral victory, having Jenkins survive. Yeah, so that was a brutal game. I wanted to see the point of this was to try to see how wanted to see how the Raven Wing and the Death Wing worked together there. And to be honest, they did exactly what I wanted them to do until they started blowing themselves up with plasma with all of those 2s that I rolled because. The ones I could have re-rolled, it's like, oh man, it was killer. Anyway, so they killed themselves with all those 2s, and then he goes on to the Death Wing, getting off the charge and then like failing miserably to pop that Wave Serpent. I needed him to kill that Wave Serpent that turn 1, and things could have been a bit different. Maybe a bit different. Who knows? Who knows what would have happened? So. But yeah, the dice did not seem to be with me, but my opponent played it perfectly. These Shadow Specters are brutally awesome. Those things are so cool. So cool, jumping around there with the -1 to hit, and then you get -1 to hit with the Conceal. And then imagine if they were, he was playing Biel-Tan, but imagine if they were Aletak, you know, another -1 to hit. Yeah, killer. Those things would have been brutal. So yeah, an awesome game. My opponent was a blast to play against, and I mean that's what matters, right? As long as you can have fun. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Kyle, and until next time, have fun.